I'm here with the starting quarterback for the Moorhead Spuds football team, Jet Feeney. Jet, let's play some catch. What do you think it's going to take these next couple of games and into sections and into the state tournament to be able to hoist that trophy at the end?
You know, we can't get complacent. You know, we're gonna have big games to come. We can't settle.
Those kids that were getting those autographs now right behind me. Guys, how excited are you for this game tonight?
Excited! Let's go!
They're all very excited, evidently, as you can see. Now, guys, send it back over to Aaron in the studio.
Back to Aaron!
Aaron.
Between juggling school, softball, and all the attention she's getting, Dean is one of the best freshmen in the Summit League. Whether it be throwing runners out at first base or hitting the ball over her opponent's head, Dean is a front runner for Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, Attaboy, I'm going to try my best here. If you see the wizard walk behind me, please let me know. I'm trying to get this brain thing all figured out. But on the Grizzlies,
the Cobbers have been hitting threes like this all season long, and the Cobber community have been showing their support.
Glenn, this isn't your first time in Fargo, not your first time with the Twins Caravan. Just what does it mean for you to be able to see all these fans that are, in Fargo 3.5 hours away and can't always make that trip down? The Dragons have been soaring on the court and in the polls, being ranked number 2 in the most recent edition. Monday's practice differed from the practices of last week. This one, under the lights at TCO Stadium, and the last training camp day in front of their fans.
Barnesville won their first state title last season. Blue 42! And this year, they're looking for number 2. So hit!
Just wouldn't feel real, and there's no better feeling than winning that game last year.
It's not uncommon for players from the FM area to suit up for the NDSU Bison football team. In fact, 24 players from North Dakota alone are on the roster this season. But when John Gores took the field this past Saturday, it became one of the best stories of the young season so far.
Honestly, I don't even remember much. I blacked out. It was just a great experience. Got the adrenaline rush from scoring, all the fans cheering and all that. It was awesome.
John Gores scored his first career collegiate touchdown in the NDSU Bison home opener against Tennessee State. Listed at 5 foot 6 inches tall on the Bison roster, Gores is the shortest player in the entire Missouri Valley Football Conference. That, coupled with the fact that he was a walk-on, led to people having their doubts on what he can do in Division I football.
Football is a beautiful game. And guys that show up and work and continue to push, and the world tells them they're too short. I said he's too short. Jake said, man, he's not rangy. It just sometimes it don't matter.
And it did not matter on Saturday. Gore scored the 12-yard touchdown and made key plays on special teams, including this 67-yard return that he almost broke for another touchdown. It is no surprise that Gore said after the game his phone was blowing up.
A lot of texts from friends, family, former teammates and coaches. Just seeing the love and support that I got was pretty awesome.
The love Gores' teammates have for him was evident on Saturday, and they respect what he can do on the football field.
You saw the way the team reacted. That tells you a lot about the way a guy works. We have to be resilient, and John Gores is resilient, and he's got some playmaking ability, and he'll do the best he can, and we can count on him.
John Gores is what Bison Pride is all about. You talk about a local kid, walk-on, kid's 5'5", maybe. To see a kid like that understand his role, that's what Bison Pride is. John Gores has been making plays in practice for the last 2 years. It was a matter of time when that was going to show up in a game, and it happened.
From scoring touchdowns at Shanley High School for the Deacons to scoring them at the Fargo Dome for the Bison, Gores is continuous proof that hard work pays off.
I definitely had to work my way up at first, but that's always how it goes. You got to prove yourself. There was a point in high school where I didn't even know I'd be able to play at this level. The fact that I'm here doing it now it means a lot to me.
With the touchdown tally now at 1, John nabbed the nickname Johnny Scores.
I definitely like it. It's a good nickname. There's nothing much else to say than that.
Certainly is. Head coach Tim Polasek said earlier this week that Johnny Scores may be carving out a role on the team, so don't be surprised to see him make more big plays this Saturday and beyond. Layla and Amelia Eisenchenk got into racing at a young age and now are racing sprint cars, competing for first place finishes and each other.
We opened the garage door one day on our 5th birthday and there were go-karts sitting there, so that's kind of how we started.
From go-karts to sprint cars, Layla and Amelia Eisenchenk have been racing for as long as they can remember. The twin sisters from West Fargo get to do it together.
It's pretty cool to have someone with you at all times racing against. You know, you try and help each other out a lot. It's just pretty cool to be able to race with your sister every day. We both are very competitive, and it's hard when, you know, we're racing for a win with each other. But, you know, we've dealt with it the last 5 years in go-karts, and it's just kind of been more fun when we get to race each other now for a win.
Racing has taken these sisters to racetracks all over to compete, and they're not the only ones in their family racing. Donnie Schatz, or Uncle Donnie to the twins, has been racing sprint cars for almost 3 decades with the World of Outlaws, and his accomplishments are endless. Whether you look at the 10 championships or 11 Knoxville Nationals, Schatz is one of the best to compete in the sport and ranks top 3 all-time in wins.
When I'm with them, I can see a lot of things that are really great and things they're doing right, and naturally, even if they're perfect, I can find something to criticize and be wrong. You know, these girls have a great opportunity to who they look up to as drivers, and I hope they look past what I am.
It's no secret that racing is primarily dominated by males. The girls and Donnie both hope their involvement will continue to help push the sport to anyone who wants to do it.
There's not many late model racers that are girls, but you can't think about that part. You just go out there and give it your all the time.
Growing up around this sport, there's been little female involvement. And I think the more we see females get involved, the more people like it, the more entertaining it is.
These girls are already celebrities wherever they race, and someday they just might race alongside their uncle with the World of Outlaws.
We still have a lot to learn before we get to that point. I think that we just need to have a few more years under our belt in the 410s.
At some point, I hope these girls get to that level. I think their grandma, probably more than anything, would really love to see that, me race with them. But I don't take losing very easily, so if I do get beat by them, I can sure that I'm going to have to up my game a little bit.
So far this season, Donnie is right in the race for his 11th World of Outlaws championship, and the girls both having successful seasons with several top 5 finishes. And just on Sunday, Layla took first and Amelia second in a race at Buffalo River Speedway. So TJ, definitely going to continue following the careers of all 3 of them. Pretty cool stuff.
Very impressive family.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And here are all my Dry Chip and Putt trophies.
Meet Natalie Martin. At 11 years old, her room is full of hardware, and this weekend, she is looking for more. For the 2nd straight year, she is off to Augusta National, home of the Masters, to participate in the Drive, Chip, and Putt tournament.
She just gave me a hug and was like, "Mom, I can't believe I did it." And she doesn't cry, but she teared up, just tears of joy. You could tell that meant so much that she did it back-to-back years.
The success for Natalie goes back years before these accomplishments.
I got into golf by my dad. He helped me. He took me out when I was little, and we went out to the golf course, and I played in sand traps while he putted.
Out of the sand traps now and on the links, Natalie is committed to becoming the best golfer she can be.
In the summer, I'd probably go out there 6 days a week.
And it's not just Natalie in the Martin household. Her dad, John, played in college, and now all 3 of his girls are having success on the links.
You know, Rachel, my wife, will be on Isabella's bag, and I'll be on Natalie's, and then the next tournament we switch. Just being out there for a couple hours and enjoying them and talking with them. And Maddie played her first tournament last year, and so we'll see if she plays more this year.
Yes, even 5-year-old Maddie is winning trophies. Between Bella, Maddie, and Natalie, the Martin sisters push each other and have a lot of fun doing it.
I love my sister Bella and Maddie. Bella is a great encourager, and Maddie puts a smile on your face when you're playing.
Natalie hopes to make the LPGA when she's older, but for Dad, he'll be happy as long as she's doing what she loves.
I would hope that when she comes home to visit, she throws her clubs in the back of the car, just walking and playing 9 holes as a family. You know, that'd be awesome if they have a passion and love for the game, that they're passing it down to their kids, and we're able to go and walk and talk and hang out. That'd be awesome.
Natalie has more trophies than I can count, so I let her give me some tips.
There you go.
I won't be playing at Augusta, but you can watch Natalie's skill on display this Sunday on the Golf Channel as she goes for first. In Park Rapids, saying bye, I'm Ryan Bowlin. 7 games down and 1 to go. Wednesday marks the final day of the regular season for many high school football teams in Minnesota. And for Moorhead and Barnesville, they're both ranked number 1 in their respective classes, looking to complete an undefeated regular season. First, Moorhead on a windy night taking on Sauk Rapids Rice. Blankets all over the student section for this one, but check this student out. Sunglasses in the dark, always the move. I respect it. The number 1 ranked Spuds got to work quick. No score in the first. Jet Feeney scrambling and finds David Mack, who, like a 7-Eleven, is always open. The sophomore connection makes it 7-zip. Giving the defense some love in this one. Score 14-zip now. Bad snap from the store, and picking it up, the loose ball is Jonah Horan. Makes the man miss, and he's so sure that he's scoring, he gets some celebratory high fives before he crosses the end zone. 21-zip Spuds. And the touchdowns just kept piling up. Feeney and Mack connect again here for the score. Spuds end the regular season 8-0 with a 49-14 win. To Barnesville now, the Trojans looking for that perfect regular season, taking on Frazee. Barnesville driving deep into Frazee territory. Major Ness gets the handoff here, and like a true Minnesotan says, oh, let me just squeeze right past you. Bounces to the left, and no one is catching him. Ness majors in scoring touchdowns, okay? 6-zip Barnesville. Later, Trojans back with the ball. Gannon Bowlin with a QB run to the right, turns upfield, spins off a defender, but Cade Nagel comes in and strips the ball away. Frazee getting a huge stop. Hornets in the red zone now. Play action bootleg to the left. Adam Beigen throws, finds Carter Sonnenberg for the score, tying us up at 6. But number 1 Barnesville finishes the job. 8-0 regular season with a 44-12 win. Other scores from around our region can be found on our website after the show. Sticking in Minnesota now, in Minneapolis, the Minnesota Lynx play Game 3 of the WNBA Finals at Target Center. After falling in Game 2, Minnesota looking for a bounce-back performance. A Lynx record, 19,521 fans in attendance for this one, and they saw a good one. The Lynx took a lead in the first and did not trail again into the fourth. Courtney Williams in a 2-point game, adding to it here with a floater, and the Lynx go up 4. But the Liberty would not go away. Up 1 now, Sabrina Lonescu from the wing buries it, and New York goes up 4. Lynx down 2 now, under 20 seconds to go. Get the ball to their all-star. Nafisa Collier drives inside, puts up a shot, gets fouled. She makes both free throws, and it's tied with 16 seconds left. Final seconds of the game, New York looking for the win. Lonescu again from the logo. Are you kidding me? A logo 3-4 the lead. Lynx with one last chance. Kayla McBride, no good on the shot, and the Liberty take Game 3 in a thriller. 2-1 series lead now. They will have a chance to win it Friday night. Meanwhile, in the NBA, just 2 more preseason games for the Timberwolves before they open up the regular season on October 22nd. Recently acquired Julius Randle making his debut tonight. He plays 26 minutes, scores 15 points, and grabs 6 rebounds in the loss. The Wolves' final game of the preseason is tomorrow night. To the ice now from 6-5. North Dakota hockey moved up 1 spot in the most recent USCHO poll following their dominant 5-2 win over Providence Saturday night. Now, another tough test awaits them, Minnesota State. The Mavericks are ranked number 20 in the poll and are 2-2 on the season thus far. 2 splits, one against a Michigan Wolverines team ranked in the top 10 and Merrimack College. With Saturday's home win over top 15 ranked Providence in the books, UND is ready to continue that momentum for their next weekend series on the road.
We definitely had a sour taste in our mouth after the Augustana game, and had a hard week of practice. It was big to get that win, and then just right back to it, getting ready for them because they're a big, heavy, hard team to play against, so we got to be ready right away.
When I was here a week ago, I talked about kind of shift by shift, period by period, which will take care of the game, and that's what you have to have going into it this weekend here. Now we're playing 2 games. There's nothing more important than Friday night, and Saturday doesn't matter right now. Friday is the night that you have to have the shift-by-shift mentality to carry over to gain momentum here.
Game 1 of the weekend has a 7:07 p.m. puck drop Friday. Game 2 will be Saturday at 6:07. TJ, between the hockey, the Dakota Marker game for NDSU football, not to mention the Vikings on Sunday, is shaping up to be an exciting weekend for sports fans in the area.
A lot to watch.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks so much, Ryan.